everybody, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. Today we are going to be playing with this suite in the catalog in the January to June mini catalog. And if you need a catalog and you're in the US, I'd be happy to send you this one. The celebration one only has 2 weeks left, or the annual catalog. You just have to message and let me know. There's no cost for your first catalog. But I'm going to be using this Abstract Beauty Suite, and it's going to be one of the, I have nothing created yet, so you're going to create along with me, and we are going to take a look at all of the elements in this, and kind of, one of the things I haven't even ever opened yet, so you're going to be right along for the ride with it. So this suite, as you can see, it comes with the stamps and dies, the embellishments, the cards and envelopes, the super fun paper, and then the little accessory pack. A couple of things I want to point out before we get started on the cards is this is my free gift with purchase this month. I have two. This is the lower level. So if you just spend $40 with me, then you're going to get one of these with your thank you cards. And I always mail my thank you gifts the month following. So it'll come sometime to you in early March. I always have them out the door by the 10th of the month. So sometime before March 10th. I try to do it before that. Like this month it's already gone. Went a couple of days ago. And then this paper, super cute. I'm going to show it to you in a second. It is the focus of my card club this month. And the 10th is the last day. It's a subscription way to stamp with me. So you go to PayPal subscriptions, you subscribe $38 a month, and then you always, every month you get a packet with, I'll show you this stuff. I was going to say, I'll show you this stuff. Let me think if I remember. I'm not 100% sure that I remember what comes in this month because it's been a minute. Yes, I'll be able to tell when I look at the cards. So in the suite itself is the Hello Beautiful stamp sets. They have some super fun words, and you will be able to use these for backgrounds and just... I really wanted to make tiny cards, and I'm like, you're not making tiny cards, but this stuff's so cute. When my daughter was little, she called everything that was tiny American Girl size. So it has some little American Girl size stamps, but I really like the sentiments in it. And then it does come with, it's a bundle, but the fun thing about this bundle is that you can get these dies and not have to get the stamps because you can tell they don't actually cut anything out. So we're going to use all of these. I'm going to cut them all out, and then we'll see which ones we use. Because like I said, card's not designed yet. So I'm going to do at least 3, maybe 4 if I can. We'll see how much time it takes. So that's the stamps and the dies. And then the embellishments, these were my free gift with purchase this past month. So a lot of you already have these. So here's some fun ways for you to use them. So this is the adhesive back hexagons. Then this is the free gift with purchase, this fun little pack of accessories, which is the thing I have not opened. This is not an open one. I have one ready to open. Then here are the cards and envelopes, and then the super fun paper. So the thing that I really like about this paper is that it's a new size. We haven't had a 4x6 pack before. This is one I've been using. So, you know, there's going to be little bits in it, but it's super fun. Oh, and I thought that I picked all the designs out that I wanted to use. And then you flip through here and you're like, oh, that one's really cute. I could use that one. And then look at I saw a stripy one. I just pulled out 4 pieces because I thought I can overthink this. This is my favorite piece, I think. This one in the gold dots. But all of one side have gold foil embellishments, and then all of the other side is like stripy. This is the one I was trying to see. Look how pretty that one is. So that's the 4x6 paper that comes in it, and then I may change my mind. We'll see. So for card club this month, so they get the butterflies. I knew I would figure it out once I saw the project. This is their first project of the month. So here is the paper. And then every month with Card Club, I have a suggested stamp set. And then they can add that on if they want to. So they get paper, embellishments, and ribbon every month. And then they get the envelopes for our 6 projects. They get the videos. And they get some extra added perks throughout the year as well, where they get discounts on other things. So this one is Friends of the Forest. But I know not everybody always likes the same set. So I always do some alternate cards. So this is the paper again and the butterflies. And then this used last month's Card Club, embellishments, and ribbon. Because you're not going to use a full pack of anything when you make your 6 projects. So that's their alternate. And then we have a permanent alternate set, which is color and contour. So I will do a couple of the cards in Card Club with that. And then this one, I gave them a suggested celebration one, if they got Friends of the Forest, which was catching butterflies, because they go together really well. So all of these cards you can find on my site. And if you're interested in Card Club, it's super fun. And there'll be a link down below this video or on Facebook, or if you're on my email, then you can. Okay, I guess I have 2 packets of these paper open. That's why I didn't see it in the other one. But you know, I work with a lot of stuff here. And part of it, the reason it's open is from Try It class, because that we, everybody got four full pieces of paper in the Try It class. So here's some of the cards and envelopes. I'm not going to open a new one because I'm going to make myself work with these. So the cards all have a printed front, and they're pre-scored, pre-folded. They're a nice heavy weight. And then look how much fun the envelopes are. They're all different. And then you can just pick which one you want to go with. I have more envelopes than I have cards now at this point, because I keep using these. Like the little girl card I just showed you was on a card envelope. So let's get going. So I don't even know where to start, because I have so many ideas, and I was like, stop thinking of ideas and let's just make this video. So here's a piece of the, or one of the cards. So let's pull this out. And then let's do this first. So I'm going to show you the dies, and I am going to cut them all. And then that way we'll have them all laying here, and we can work with what we have. Okay, so when you do these dies, we are going to use them all. I'm going to use, this is why I'm only doing this card live for, like, not live, but we're going to wing it, because this is all the gold foil I have left. I have some on order because it is going to go in the Card Club packets, but I need some more. So you see, you lay these kind of inside. They don't have to be perfect, because part of the fun thing about this is that it's abstract, right? That's even the name of the bundle, Abstract Beauty. So they don't have to be perfect. Just kind of line them up in here. And then I'm going to take some of the little accessory packs or accessory pieces that are just kind of fun shapes. They make really great little highlights. Let's see how many I can get on here. Can I get this last one? I think I can. So let's run those through, and then the rest of them I'm going to do in the white. So just one pass. You don't want to do more than one, because if any of these things bounce, then they won't line back up and it won't work properly. But now we'll just put all these aside. We'll do this first, and then we can just use these on all the cards. So this would be, if you have these dies, I would highly suggest that you do this. Just take them in some colors of the cardstock, or the colors that are in the cardstock, and just run them through, and then put them in a little baggie or back in the stamp set. Okay, that's better. Now you can keep them in something, and then when you're done, just put them back in the stamp set or one of the little bags. Like if you do my classes, you get lots of little bags, so you can add them to that. Now let's take what's left that we didn't use the first time, which are these pieces. So the circles, and I mean, who can't use circles? And again, you don't, if they're a little bit not centered, they'll be abstract. So that's okay. Then we have a big circle. I should have started with it. I have lots of white cardstock. I didn't need to get this little bit of it. Let's see if we can get all these on here. I think we can. You want to make sure that your dies never overlap each other, because when they press through, they could cut. And I do have this piece less, so let me find a scrap. That will be all of the dies, and then I can show you all of them cut out. And you don't have to, obviously, if you want to use a circle and cut out one of your stamps, you don't have to line these up like this. This is just the fastest way for me to get a bunch of shapes that we're going to use, and then we'll have the insides of the big ones that we can use as well. So you can run them through all kinds of different ways. So now we have these. It's really important on this one not to do the double back thing. It's really important that I don't lose all these, so I'm going to throw all my dies over here. And then I will get my little tray. And we'll just knock these in here. And then as we stamp, since I don't know what I'm making, I don't even have any cards in mind. So how's that for you? Usually when I do these, at least I've kind of thought it through, but it's a little overwhelming, all of the stuff in this set. And I wanted to show you a couple. So I'm like, well, I'll just see what we come up with. So you can see how these do these fun little frames now. And then if you want, you could cut this to be a whole hexagon, or if you want to put your words and then stamp it around it like we would normally do, you can do that too. So I may go back and do one of those depending on how these cards go, but we'll see. So let's start with this. Now here is the pack that I haven't even ever opened one of these yet, because these are really hard to use in a try it class, and so that's really the only time so far that I've played with this whole set. But look how adorable these are. So you can see you get the tags and the little words, so obviously you can put any of the sentiments on it. You get some frames, and then you get this fun little sheet of gold accents in here. I'm going to leave those in here because I'm not going to use one of these on this card. So let's do a frame, because this card, this is one of the backs that's more scribbly in the middle, so you don't want to cover it all up. So the frame then will have a nice hole in the middle. And then you have pieces like this that you can use for masks or frames or whatever you want. So let's put that there. And I really like this piece here that makes it look like a file folder. So we'll put that there. This is mostly going to be one made with this. So if you do get, if you spend $40 with me this month, this is what you're gonna get. Let's put that there. So let's get some words. And I have just pulled out a few of them and gone ahead and stuck them on here. And we'll have to see which ones fit. So this one says, hello, beautiful. I haven't sent Valentine's to my daughter yet. This would be a really fun one for her. So just stamp this. This will fit on here. Just like that. So let's go ahead and start sticking some of this stuff together. So I'm gonna put my adhesive on here. I don't have any scrap paper because I didn't think I'd be stamping, but got a little bit of that on here. That's part of how my table gets all this stuff pulled up on it. Then let's just put this right under here so it kind of looks like it's a file. And I'm gonna go ahead and just glue this to the card, and then we'll kind of, no, let's not. Let's put some ribbon on it. So let's decide what colors. Well, if I'm gonna do it for Valentine's, let's go with one of these. Plus it looks super cute with this background. So we'll put that there. So now we know what color ribbon we might want. And of course I got some ribbons out. Well, none of them are this color, but the black gingham will work. I just pulled a few ribbons that are sitting here that kind of match. This isn't the one that I thought I would use with this. I probably would use a pink, but this will be pretty, and it will accent the words, because that will probably be the only thing on here that is in black. I do see a couple of black images on there. I shouldn't be looking at the accessory pack while I'm also trying to tie this. Okay, so just tie a little bow on there. It's super cute. Now let's go ahead and stick this on, and then we'll be able to decide what other things we want to add to it. Which way do we want to go? I think I'll go this way. So stick that down. And then we have the heart, which of course we want the heart if it's going to maybe be for Valentine's. So I'll stick that there. And then I'll probably start using dimensionals for the rest of it. So you can see there's some little hearts. So let's grab one of these. I was going to go with florals, but since this turned into a Valentine card, of course you can always add. Let's stick that there. And then there is a little orange heart. Got my words over there. This is the other reason I didn't pre-do one of these, because I didn't want to use up all of the ones that I wanted to use and then not be able to create it for you. So let's stick this here on some dimensionals. That right in there. I have no idea what I'm doing, guys, but These make it super easy. Now look at how fun these are. So what I'm going to do with these now, here's another tip for you. Put them over here because they're falling out and I don't want to lose them because how adorable are those? So we'll put those in there. This makes more of it to get. In fact, I would suggest if you get one of these and you have the dies that you go ahead and knock them all out except for these because these can kind of get bent. But if you put them all in here, then they're all just ready to use. So let's do, maybe we'll do a flower. So let's grab, I'll do this one. And I'm going to do it. And then we may just be about done with the embellishments. So how easy is this? This would be super fun if you want to have girlfriends over or your sisters over or your granddaughters over and they say they can't stamp. Because I mean, who can't do that? So we need to have something a little bit here to kind of pull in our heart. Should we do another flower? Maybe we'll do another flower. Not the one with the blue. Let's go. It's adding one more color that's not on there. It would be fine, but let's just do this. We'll also pop it up. And then we have our fun embellishments that we get with this, which are all the same colors. So let's pull these in here. So all of the colors obviously match because it's all part of the same suite. I thought this was a new one and then I looked and it's not. Apparently I was one short for one of my things and I needed to pull one in. That happens sometimes if they fall on the floor. So let's add some of these. I'm going to do all the colors because they all match. And here's where we'll be also able to pull a little bit more of the black into it. So let's put a black one here. There's 3 colors and 3 sizes. In there. And I always start with 3 because you want to do an odd number. And then you can decide if you want 5. But I kind of like that. How super cute is that? Now you could take a Wink of Stella if you want it to be shiny and add a little bit more. But that was super cool. I had absolutely nothing in my head before I started that because I hadn't even opened the accessory pack. But how much fun is that? So there's our first one. Over to one of these. Let's go with this one. Well, let's see what the back of it looks like. Yeah, that's cute. So I'm gonna cut it. Now they come 4 by 6. So our standard cards are 4 by 5.5. So I'm going to cut this. I'm gonna leave the 4, which is nice because you can always do that. So I'm gonna do 5 1/4. Cut that off. Now it gives you either a piece that you can keep for another card, or if we wanna try to figure out a way to put it on here, we can do that. Then I have this little piece of white here. So let's decide how we might want to stamp this one. So I'm going to go, like I said, I put a few of the stamps on blocks, just random. So I may have to open it up and get something else. And then this is the piece of paper that I use. So I'm glad I chose this one to run over to my stamp thing and get colors. So this is Petal Pink. And this is, I'm only using the stamps from the stamp bundle. That is beautiful. I love splatters. And I do have words on the back of this one. I don't know what they say. Let's see what they say. Because now I see that there are X's on this, and I'm pretty sure I didn't put the X's on a block. This says this calls for a celebration. So we got that. And then let's go over to our little pack of things here. So we can do, let's grab this circle because that's the one that punched from the inside. Oh, well, I guess this guy wants to be used too. So we'll use him. Put a little bit of adhesive right here. Stick that there. And let's see if we can get one of the flowers on here. Go with the baby one. We got that. And then there's the little leaves. So the stamps are similar-ish to what comes in the accessory pack. So add those little leaves. I'll have this for that. this, and then I told you I put these on the block. Let me get my stamps. Let's pull the little X's out. I love the font on this thank you. It's beautiful. This would be a super fun set to get together with your friends and make packets of little note cards to give away as gifts. And people just love getting those. So we've got this. So let's do those. I didn't get crushed curry. That's not one of the colors that I got. So let's go with the Moonlight. And you can see this is crooked. I'm just going to let it be. This is an abstract set, right? So let's just add these to kind of pull that in. So when we flip that over, it matches. And then we have, let's get one of these because these are my favorite pieces. I just love the way these hexagons come out. Aren't those super fun? So let's go with the smallest one because I did this kind of a small card. So let's tape this down. We may move it. I don't want to cover up all of my X's. There we go. And then this is the ribbon that comes in Card Club this month because it matches. It's the jade, and there's lots of jade in these papers, and it has that fun gold accents. So let's thread this through here and see how this works. Yeah, that's going to be cute. I'm not going to do a bow because I don't want the bow to be giant. I can already tell that this is a smaller design, so if you have a fatter ribbon and a smaller design, then a knot works best. And this ribbon frays, so if you want it to be frayed, then you can pull more of the strings out. Or if you don't want it to be frayed, then just trim those ends off. I like the frayed, but because of time and me wanting to do probably 3 cards, we'll stop with that. So let's get this. And then I only have white cardstock here, so you could put this on any of those colors, but let's go with white because that's what I have laying here. So it'll be a white on white. And remember, this is going to take up almost the whole card right here because we did, I did this 5.5 and it's already 4. There's the back. You could also take your dies and run them through this patterned paper. Got that. Then let's decide how we want this to go. Do we want this behind or in front? Just kind of lay everything on here. This is kind of how these work. Kind of like it like that. So let's start with the back pieces. And then I always like to have dimensional things popped up. I just think it gives, I have a lot of stuff right here. You know, I started out and my desk is pretty clean today. But it all just encroaches on your space, right? Now we need to remember to kind of put that on. It is tied onto the card, but I don't want it to move. So I'm not going to use dimensionals for this, just so I can hear all these little pieces that are kind of on the edge. This is a great time if you're a glue person to use your glue. Now we have those pieces stuck down. Now let's put a dimensional on this one. Thought I already lost them, and I knew I just had them. So let's put this here. And then where's my embellishments? Did I lose those? Because you know, everything's here. They are. So again, this piece of paper has all 3 colors. Not all of the papers have all of the colors, but this one does. Because it's got black in the paper even. Put that there. I'm not going to use the pink though, because it's not going to show as well on that Blushing Bride. There we go. There's our second one. Super fun. So we're have two. Now you can see the cards that come in the card pack are larger, and that's so on some of the ones where the background is full of color, you can lay almost a whole one of these on it and still have color. Okay, let's do one more. This time, let's go with, let's look at the backs. This is closest to what we just did, so let's do one of these. Let's do, well, I had this denim ribbon out to use and it's not going to match that, so I was trying to see if something was going to match my ribbon. So let's go. We can either use one of these with this one with this ribbon, or this one with that. So let's do this one, because they're going to get this in Card Club, so they're going to see a lot of that ribbon. So again, I want to cut this one. This time I'm going to cut it a little bit different, because I like the back and I like the way that it's going to play off that front. So I need another piece of white. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's do, so we need it to be, I'm going to do it like this, because see this piece right here, it doesn't have as much of the color. So let's just cut it into 3 pieces. I have no idea what I'm doing, guys. Nothing. And I'm not going to use any embossing folders, but anytime you put this paper through an embossing folder, it really highlights that gold. So now let's see how this is going to fit on a card. So another white card base. And this is the piece right here that doesn't have a whole lot of other color. So let's flip that over. And kind of arrange them like that. And then I don't want them to all be even. So let's take, again, I'm looking to see what I can lose. Like if I lose this piece over here, I'm just gonna make one of them be shorter. Maybe 2 of them. Let's do that one. And then we have these little pieces here, again, if we want to use those. And then let's do this one. Don't even know which direction my card's going, so we got that going for us. So now we can stagger them a little bit better, because when they're all the same size, it's a little bit harder to do. This is a little bit more abstract, right? I like that. I'm gonna put the ribbon on before I tie. Let's just stamp on one of these. So let's decide what words we want. Did I already use all of the ones I pulled out? Photopolymer, you know, it's hard to see. Well, I don't know what this one says, but I have not used it and it looks like it will fit. Oh, I like it. It says, first of all, you're amazing. Who doesn't want to give a card? Who doesn't want to get a card or send a card to tell somebody that, first of all, you're amazing? And you know, when you get a hand stamped card in the mail and you get bills, what do you open first? You opened the beautiful card that you don't know what's in there, but you can tell that your friend made it for you. Then here's a little bunch of little, I don't know what these are. They're like little U's, little upside down rainbow smiley faces. So we can fill this in with this. So we've got those. So before they open their bills, first of all, you're amazing. That's just a fun little thing to tell your friends. Okay, so now we have these pieces in here. We've got this one. We have circles that we haven't used. We have some more tabs. Let's go over here. I'm going to start putting this down so I can kind of see what I want to do next. So let's put this one in the back. Put it over here. This one would be pretty, I know, on black cardstock. And then I want this one to definitely be underneath. So because I used seal, I can just slide it under there because it's still. So you guys, you normally, I mean, 90% of the time, I do like to do these. But normally you see me doing a finished card, so I know what direction I want to order it in. When I'm designing, I don't put as much adhesive on until I'm done, because then I was able to slide that under. Let's go all the way over this way with this one. So now they're kind of staggered. So let's take our ribbon. You know what? I'm gonna grab some gold. Let's see if I have any scrap pieces here. I have a little scrap thing. Don't we all have this little piece here where we have our little ribbons that are cut perfect? So let's put some adhesive here. I'm gonna add some more stamp stuff, I think, but I'm not sure where I wanna put it. So we'll see how much space we have once we do this. So let's double this, kind of hold it together there, and then smash that into the adhesive. And if it comes out the end, that's okay. I'm gonna add a little bit. I don't have my Seal Plus here because I wasn't thinking I was gonna use it. Then let's put that so it comes out this way. I'm gonna take my dimensional, and even if I don't keep it here, it will hold everything in place while I keep designing. And I probably will keep it there because I think it's gonna look super cute with this there. So let's go ahead and stick that there. Put a couple more on these ends. So normally in Try It class, when you get my thing, I'll have another Try It class coming up for a while. I'm just talking about it because it's really the only time I've used this. But also when they did these cards, like I gave them as suggested, but because everybody had different pieces and different pieces of paper, they were kind of not on their own. Like there was definitely a card layout and a card design. Oh, how cute is that stuck down there? So let's put this here. You know what we haven't used? We haven't used any of these. So let's pull these out. Because these are gonna look super fun on here, and it matches it couldn't match this card any better, and I forgot about using them. So let's do, I think I'm gonna do these leaves. So when these all just pop out, but because these are vellum, you have to kind of be gentle because vellum, and you know, it's the same as if you run it through your cut and emboss machine. You don't want to tear it. So just pull those out. And then let's get our embellishments. Let's do black and pink. So let's do a big pink one because we didn't do pink, and that's going to help hold this down there. And then let's do two of the small black ones. And then we can decide, are we done? Or do we want to stick something else on here? So let's see what we have. I'm a more is more person, guys, so often I stick and then I take off. I feel like there needs to be something up here, and if I was not doing this live, I would probably take these pieces off and put them through the cut and emboss machine. But since it's stuck and since we are doing this together, that's too much. Let's see what, oh, there is some black things in here. There's also this piece that matches. So the black matches here. Let's do this piece here. That's the fun of having all of this sitting here. And these accessory packs are not expensive. They're about the same prices of embellishment and ribbon. There we go. I just needed something else to kind of be up in there. So there we go. And look how much stuff. I have only touched the surface of all those dies we cut out. So here's this one. I hope you can see how pretty the paper is with all of the gold foils. So there's one, there's two, and I'm pretty impressed, I must say. I really, really, really like this one, considering I had not a clue what I was gonna do before the video. So if you're interested in my card club, this isn't the set, but obviously they will have a lot of the pieces that go with it. They're getting this ribbon and the paper, and then they're getting the brass butterflies because that matches our set a little bit better. But if you were in if you purchased from my website last week, then you do have these on the way because, well, you may probably got them already, but those are definitely coming. So there you go. But hop over to my website, and from there you can join my email list, and then you always know what's coming up. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for stopping by.